Hey guys, it's Matt again, and I'm back with a plain old gameplay commentary, which, as you know, is something I pretty much never do. But sometimes the situation demands it, and this is one such situation. As the title of the video says, I want to talk about summer, I want to talk about tragedy, and I want to talk about what my plans are for LOCR going forward. The gameplay is an Iron Sight Ballista Swarm game I talked about on Twitter about a week ago, and some of you asked me to post it, so here you are. I do get a little bit campy from time to time, but I play the OBJ, and I get a nice streak going with that Ballista, so I think it's a decent play. I'm not very good about delivering bad news, but that's unfortunately what I'm here to do today. I've mentioned on YouTube and Twitter with some of you that I'm going through some pretty serious personal tragedy right now. So here goes. I lost my brother on May 29th. If you've watched the channel for a while, you might remember the gamer tag Sir Messi. He hated Treyarch and Black Ops 2 passionately, so he'd been playing other games as of late, but he's still been a well-featured member on this channel. I'm going to put some of the videos that I think are the best with him in it in the description, so go check those out if you haven't seen them before. But yeah, this event was pretty shocking. He was my younger brother, my only sibling. I'm 25 and he was 23. He's the reason I left San Francisco last fall and came back to Montana. He was my best friend, and we had been living in our house together for the last 6 months. My brother was a pretty phenomenal individual. Immediately after high school graduation in 2008, he enlisted in the United States Army as a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division. In simple terms, those are the guys who parachute out of planes into combat zones, like the guys in World War II that you see in Band of Brothers and such. My brother was a certified badass and the most humble guy I knew. And I looked up to him very much, which is strange to say as the older brother. He spent 6 months on deployment in Kandahar, which is one of the hottest zones in Afghanistan. He was there from 2009 to 2010 before being wounded in action by an IED that killed 2 members of his unit. He himself was rescued heroically in a Kiowa helicopter by some rescue personnel that almost certainly saved his life. He easily could have bled out that day, and he told me many times he thought he was going to die that day. My brother suffered a badly shattered jaw and permanent blindness in his left eye as a result of that blast, but he recovered at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. before receiving a medical discharge from the Army and returning to Montana to go to college. He still was able to snowboard and do all the stuff we used to do as normal and as good as ever, even though he was a quote-unquote disabled person. And we had a lot of fun living back here in Bozeman, Montana, while he was going to school for photography, and I was working from home. My brother endured horrible chronic pain as a result of his injuries, and he had to manage that pain through prescription medication, which he hated. But he did his best, and he managed his medication responsibly and conscientiously. And sometimes he would try to wean himself off the medication, or there would be a lapse in the delivery of the medication from the VA, and he would go through absolutely horrific withdrawal symptoms. And those withdrawal symptoms would put him in a very dark place psychologically. But still, he had strong family support and professional psychiatric help, and he was his adventurous, awesome, normal self 99% of the time. But that 1% of the time, when he was down, he was way down. And May 29th was one such time. I went to bed, and everything was normal, and I woke at 2 a.m. With the sheriff at my door, and I learned my brother had taken his own life. And that sounds horrible, and it is. I lost my only sibling and my best and longest standing friend in my life. But I want to be clear that my parents live close by with an exceptionally strong marriage, and my crew of lifelong friends is exceptionally supportive. And I'll be fine, at least as fine as possible. So with that event and the progression of the seasons into summer. I will say that YouTube and Call of Duty are understandably not priorities for me right now. That doesn't mean I'm quitting or anything like that. It just means I'm not going to sweat to get 3 or 4 uploads out every week. I need to hang out with my friends, and I need to be with my family. I need to get outside in the summer months and put myself in situations where I can smile and I can heal as I need to. And I've got plenty to do. I'm becoming a new homeowner, buying the house my brother owned and that we lived in, and I'll be volunteering for an amazing charity that helped my brother and other vets go on retreats away from those military hospitals in Washington, D.C. to places like Montana. So those guys can forget those hospitals and the injuries and just have some fun for a week. And, I plan to be an active advocate and an assistant for disabled veterans wherever and whenever possible. I do consider it my solemn obligation to carry on everything my brother started and loved, and I intend to do that. Still playing Call of Duty with friends and fans of the channel and anyone else is a form of such therapy for me. I enjoy it, and I will continue to do it. I'm not just going to, I guess I'm just not going to treat it as some kind of job, not that I did before, but especially now. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress to try to reach some upload quota. I'm just going to play it for fun and when I need to, and when funny happens, I'll be happy to share it with you guys. I just want to play with my friends whenever I want to, not because I have to, and I will do that. Officially, my goal is to upload at the very least once a week over the summer, but I think realistically twice a week should be reasonable. And I think I'll shoot for uploads on Mondays and Thursdays, and we'll go from there. Nothing else will change around the channel. I still hope it'll be as original and funny and awesome and whatever the reasons you come here. I don't intend to change any of that. But anyway, thanks for hearing me out, and thanks for understanding and for supporting my family. Everyone goes through tough times and tragedy at some point in their lives, and these last few weeks have been my turn, unfortunately. But I learned many things from my brother, and I want to leave you with them and use them to assure you that I'll be fine, and my family will be fine, and the LOCR family will be fine. The first thing I learned is that life is partly about what happens to you, but more so it's about how you handle it. And I know that's cliche, but my brother faced tremendous challenge of both the physical and mental variety and met those challenges every single day of his life without complaint. The second thing I learned is how strong one can be in the face of tremendous pain. My brother endured extreme physical pain every single day of his life for the last 3 years, and he fought as hard as he could without ever bemoaning his situation. And I know the pain that I feel and my parents feel and our friends feel hurts very much, that's for sure. But I know our pain is a small fraction of the pain that my brother had every single day, and he fought it as long as he could. And the way that I choose to honor him is by staying strong through this pain. Because all my brother wanted was a normal day. A day without pain and without medication, a day to relax, to feel the sun on your skin, and to live without an ounce of discomfort in your body. Many of us get that every single day. I know I do, and sometimes we don't even realize it. So today I ask you to realize it and to remember what really matters. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. So all my best to you and yours, and thank you for supporting this little corner of YouTube. And my friends and I will be seeing you soon for some more comedy. Thanks for everything. Have a great day. Remember what you got and cherish those you got. Bye.